apologetics seeks to give credible answers to curious questions. Why did God allow animal sacrifices? Granted, when we look at the Old Testament through our cultural lens, animal sacrifices seem awfully dated, and it's hard for us to grasp and understand what's going on there. However, let me share with you some things to consider. First of all, every time you have a BLT, a pork chop, a cheeseburger, or a porterhouse steak, you are eating a sacrifice. So it is interesting that we have no problem eating a sacrifice, buying a sacrifice to feed ourselves, but then we think about how weird it is to think of a sacrificial system. But if we could go into the butcher houses that led to that sacrificial porterhouse steak that we eat, we might have a change of mind and think this is rather bizarre as well. So all that to say, we still have animals being sacrificed. And if they would be sacrificed for our meal purposes, some would say, how much more so for God's purposes? And so when we think about the sacrificial system, we know that the sacrifices were to be offered as unblemished. Why is that? Because the sacrifice was to show the cost of one's sin. And by bringing a sacrifice, it was a way for one to realize that they were at odds, yet they were wanting to be at one with God. Now, granted, people could bring sacrifices for other such reasons, for the type of offering that it was. But one such reason was the sacrificial offering on behalf of sins. Another thing that would take place is the sacrifice pointed to something. It pointed to Jesus Christ, the ultimate sacrifice, who would bring an end to the sacrificial system. Not only that, that sacrifice would symbolize a transference whereby the sin could be transferred to the animal, whereas our sins are transferred to Christ. So next time we think about the sacrificial system, we can know that God met the people where they were at in a culture that didn't seem bizarre to them because other cultures were sacrificing too. While it may seem weird to us, well, we still have sacrifices going on today, but thankfully there are no sacrifices that we need to offer except the sacrifice of our own life to God. Jesus gave His life for us so that we could give our life to Him.